Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And today I'm going to be featuring Tier 10 premium aircraft carrier that is one and only my favorite Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Well, I do have really good game in this CV and will show you some tips and tactics how to play FDR very precisely and perfectly, because I have played this CV for almost like I think 2,500 battles. Like, that is insane. You can go and check that out in wowsnumbers.com and you will eventually find out that I have played pretty much like above 2,000 random battles. And that's the reason why I have perfected my gameplay in FDR, and this game will certainly show you some of the most insane things that you can pull it off. And honestly, even battleships like Maine, that does have really good anti-defense, can still going to have issues with FDR. Now, funny enough, I spotted the Shimakaze here and I decided to maybe get a drop on him, because why not? Even though Shimakaze, you might not eat bombs at least right now, but I can go for him again if I want to. But sometimes you get lucky with a drop and get some really good damage. If I get 3 bomb hits on Shimakaze, which you can sometimes do, well, you can do like crazy good hard hitting damage, like you can chunk half of his HP. But I will not going for Shimakaze now, since the Maine is pretty much easier target, because that's the reason where these HE bombers will shine. You can see that the Maine is quite a large battleship, and well, you can see that if you drop these bombs perfectly, hopefully I will get all 8 bomb hits, and you just did like massive, I think 21,000 damage here, which kind of puts it up to like Montana's HP levels, which is pretty hilarious. You can see like I did like 21,000 damage. He DCP'd because I got double fires on him, and since the FDR like have 25 seconds of cooldown with all of these armaments, attacks in between, I can try to get another strike on this guy, and we'll try to get permanent fire. Hopefully, if I get a perfect drop again, which I hopefully will, 7 bomb hits and dealing again 40,000 damage, 20,000 damage again, and got a permanent fire. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for this poor Maine. But on the other hand, I pressed the F button since I realized that the enemy midway is trying to snipe me, apparently. Like, he's trying to do something about it. But anyways, I'm just gonna go and turn out. But yeah, and we'll dodge these torpedoes since midway is trying a bit hard. But that's okay. You can counteract with this CV snipe by just having this really good situational awareness. And well, I will dodge all the torpedoes. You can see here that I have this pretty funny gap, and will eventually dodge these torpedoes, which is pretty nice. Even though on the other hand, someone didn't try to shoot me, which is nice. And now I can come back with these bombs. You can see here that I still have almost full squadron. There are some couple of bombs coming back, and Maine has gotten his HP down to like 27,000, which is pretty nice. Anyways, I can just come up with these bombs again, even though I should be using torpedo bombers. But never mind, I can just go for bombs again, and we'll try to showcase you some good shenanigans with that. Now, the bombs, I have shown you here that they are really, really strong. But the thing about the FDR bombs, if you don't know guys, that you can maneuver your bombs even during an attack run, and once the reticle like sort of get narrowed, you can just maneuver it without losing the aim, which is very interesting for this carrier. And you can pull off some of these weird shenanigans that you will eventually find out in this game. Now, I'm trying to kill this Maine, since the Maine is the one who will try to defend the flank. There is also a Mecklenburg in kiting position, and well, as you can see here, it's kinda a lot of AA right now. And even then, FDR planes are pretty tanky and can deliver pretty much a good strikes on this battleship here. I just dropped another 17,000 damage on this Maine, getting a fire as well. So yeah, doing some good damage, but you can see here that it's not gonna be easy. There is a Mecklenburg and Maine, and that much AA can be sometimes not easy to deal with. But still, if you know what you're doing, and I know that I'm managing it pretty nicely at the moment, you can be just fine. I think in this case, I played it a bit strategically. I know that Mecklenburg does have defensive air fire, and I don't want to lose these precious 6 planes. So I just instantly press the F button, and I'm now realizing that why I did that. But anyways, you can see here that I can come back and drop the Maine again, even though you can see that it's not like really significant damage. I mean, I usually do like 120k damage by now, but I have to play a bit carefully and strategically because this game can go anywhere. They do have lost 2 ships, including a destroyer, but it is very important that you do save planes. FDR planes is not like, you know, it's not like that FDR planes you will get back every single second, because the regen time of torpedo bombers and bombers is pretty high, 127 seconds as well as 118 seconds. So yeah, these planes are still precious, even though they are the most tankiest, you know, planes in this entire game. But I can go and drop this Maine again, and hopefully can deal some good damage. Now you can see here Maine is running away, taken a good sap by my division mate, who is playing Lauria. And I know that now I do have this opportunity to kill him, since the Mecklenburg has just decided to leave him. And well, even though, yeah, Mecklenburg does pop the defensive A, which I have to be very careful, because, well, it can do some damage. But I carefully dodge those flags, those red flags that you should be careful of. And now I am managing to kill this Maine. Now you can see here that I got a good drop on him, and hopefully we'll get at least 8 torpedoes hit. Like, yeah, I actually get like all torpedo hits, which is pretty nice. And now he's like down to 9,000 HP. But again, Maine is pretty tanky. As you can see here, I've been just working on Maine for like since like what, 7 minutes? Like, so it's taking quite a bit of time. Since Maine do have this F gimmick, which will kind of make him immune against fires and flood for some time. But now Maine does not have that much HP remaining, and if he does have heal, he will survive. But if he does not have heal, well, he will eventually die. So you can see here, hopefully I will get torpedoes. Oh my goodness, I think I'm now realizing that Maine turned in slightly more, and my torpedoes did not arm, which kind of you know, feels bad. Again, a bit of my mistake that I did with FDR. This is something that is not acceptable because it has 25 seconds of duration, you know, to get another strike. So you can see here, Maine just healed back quite a bit of his HP. Like, look at that HP. He just healed back like 20,000, 22,000 HP with that heal, which is kind of unfortunate, but I do have some damage to pull off. And good thing is that Lauria did manage to get some good strike and put his HP down to 5,000, which means that he will comfortably going to die. And by the way, Maine does also have very, very tanky torpedo belt at 51%, which is helping him a lot to survive from these torpedo bombers. So, well, finally he's dead, and along that I have done 133k spotting damage as well, which is pretty funny to watch. Like, FDR can just spot ships for days, and that is pretty absurd in itself. But anyways, the game is pretty much looking still not that easy, and we can still lose this game, so you have to be careful. And my division mates are doing still a good job pushing from the 910 line, and I'm also having this position good enough that we don't, or at least I don't get messed up. Now you can see here the midway, he's again put the plane so that he might, or anyone might just get a good damage on me. Like, if I was broadside here, Yamato can shoot me. So he was thinking of doing that, trying to do some cheeky moves, the enemy CV player, because he's a good player. But I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can be just fine. Now in this case, you can see here, I think the commissar here popped defensive A, so gotta be very careful from those red flags. And since I don't have even the speed boost, it can be a bit challenging to dodge these flags. But anyways, I will try to maybe go for the commissar, since commissar is facing Napoli, and Napoli is the only guy who's trying to protect the flank. So I will go for the commissar here, try to dodge the flags as much as I can, even though he's slightly turned in. So there is a chance that the bombs might not land. But let's see. Yeah, 3 bomb hits, only 5,000 damage. It is a small target, so yeah, it's not going to be easy. But anyways, I can just go back and come up with these torpedo bombers that will deliver a good strike on Commissar. Commissar is a big flat ship, like it's really big, so I'm sure that it is possible to do some damage on him. By the way, Midway is doing the same thing again. He's trying to go onto my broadside to do the damage, but I instantly realize this and I just press the fighter plane, and fighter plane will eventually tag, and so whatever he's trying to do, he won't be able to do that anyway. So you can see here, he lost his planes, which is very important. He won't be able to drop the torpedoes because he was constantly trying to snipe me here and there, but he's not in the best of the ships. Midway is not the good ship to snipe back, which is pretty okay. I'm managing to basically protect myself, but you can see here I am still spotted by his fighters, so that why I have to be careful. On the other hand, I just do some ridiculous thing on this Yamato, turning like a dime and getting at least 6 torpedo hits. Not the best of the hit, but still I will get a permanent flood hopefully, because I think one of his engine got incapacitated, I think. So I think he will most likely going to get a permanent flood if I get a flood in the first place. But anyways, I will go for the Yamato. Yamato does have notoriously really bad AA, so I know that it's not gonna be a big of a deal. I can just drop him maybe theoretically 2 or 3 times more and hopefully can deliver a good strike, even though there is also a Conqueror that is shooting, so he can take more torpedoes. And I got double permanent flood. Oh my goodness, that is really bad for Yamato. A fire and double flood means that he will not going to survive at all. It's impossible. But to just make sure that the Yamato survives, doesn't survive, I will just make sure that I will drop him. Even though I should really not looking forward to drop him, I know that he will not going to survive. But well, let's see if I can just get him a, hopefully be able to kill him with this strike. And that there is also a Woojing that is coming. So 6 torpedo hits, finally managing to get some damage back. And well, there is a Woojing that is apparently rushing as well and trying to get into the cap, but the game seems to be pretty much under control. Hopefully won't be having any issues whatsoever. There is a Woojing that I will try to do something about, even though he does have a fighter plane, but honestly with 1 strike it does not really matter. So I'm just gonna do the same thing that FDR is really good at, turning like this and getting a good torpedo hits on this Woojing. Hopefully we'll be managing to get some torpedo hits here. So let's see how much I can get torps. Only 3 torpedo hits. I think I missed him, but that's okay. I can come back with bombs. The game is pretty much over. I did spotting like crazy. 206k spotting damage is kind of insane, to be fair. But well, that's how powerful FDR really is, because you can hover around the target for so long time that it's pretty much easy to get the that spotting damage. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Midway is trying to defend the Woojing for some reason apparently. Well, he popped the fighter here, I popped the fighter here too, so that the fighters will tag each other and hopefully I will manage to get a good strike on Woojing. Now here's the interesting thing about this drop. I will get all 8 bomb hits. I remember once I dropped this Woojing, back before. So I will go and drop the Woojing again. He popped the fighter. So yeah, I can just drop him regardless. And you can see here the fighter get tagged, but Woojing does also have fighter, but he's moving straight line. And oh my goodness, look at that. 8 bomb hits, dealing 20,000 damage. With that said, I get a kill on Woojing. Fire literally killed him. And well, there is only Annapolis and Midway remaining. Now I know that the game is pretty much over, and I can go for either Annapolis or the Midway. So I will just skip it and get up to that target. Well, I did finally manage to spot the Midway. Annapolis is dead already, but as you can see that my division mate, which is on Holland, will eventually get the cap, so I might not be able to get torpedo hits on this Midway. As you can see that I'm trying to get some hits on him, but well, the time is not going to be enough and I will not get a good torpedo hit on this Midway, which would potentially give me some good damage, but it's still a decent game. And I want to show you that even though I have done some mistakes, didn't get perfect drops on a couple of targets, he still did like 200k damage, which is really nice. So you can see I have earned decent credits, decent free XP since I'm using Blue Booster, and using Combat Scout achievement, or at least getting that, helped me a lot in my base XP. You can see here that I have 2.3k base XP. My Loria did play really well because of my spotting. He eventually did a great job, and their midway player was pretty good, as you can see here. He was trying to snipe me at the start, but he didn't able to do that because I have this really good situational awareness. So yeah, that's how you do in CVs if anyone is trying to snipe you back in the other CV. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video and enjoyed it. And you can see here I did like 103k damage to this Maine. So yeah, FDR is really powerful against battleships, and you can see the glimpse of that against Maine. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you do like it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys into the next one. Peace out.